Up, and we're here.
And we are ready to go.
Sorry, my girlfriend just got home and she had gotten into a car while she was back in Huntsville, so
Nice,
checking that
nice.
out.
Oh, the top dog of our conference playing Georgia, so this will be an interesting one.
Well, Atlanta fell to that.
And in the rain too,
Oh yeah,
so that'll be just fun.
they've had a lot of rain games.
We have had a lot of rain games.
I think the only person that I have a rain game that is me.
I played Clearwater and South Alabama didn't have I didn't have a rain game for those. Good run
If you
there.
have a rain game, it'll be a pickup to the 38th.
Or not against South Alabama, against Jack State. I didn't have a rain game. First down, handoff up the middle, and it's first down. Past the
Good
50.
first down. Wow.
Pound the ball down their throats.
I'm gonna do my due diligence just to make sure nothing's gonna turn down the freshman again.
I just played my game not long ago, so it shouldn't be on freshmen.
No, I do know. Apparently, yeah, that is an issue, by the way, because I actually happened in one of my dynasties. Where,
Oh! He barely got that free. First down. I honestly think Atlanta's just this good. But yeah, make sure it's not on freshmen.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Not saying he's.
Second and 5.
Atlanta team went into Miami and won last week.
Hand the ball off for about 2 yards, and it'll bring up third down and 3.
I have noticed something about Atlanta so far. He is very big. It looks like he uses the UNLV playbook and does a lot of RPOs. And it's not like he doesn't. It's always going to be those little bubble pass, those little pops.
Yeah.
It's always out. Like he's trying to spread. The whole point, I think, Atlanta's head coach's whole thing is he wants to spread you out.
He's open. He's got a wide open field. Jukes a man, and he's gonna stop at the 1. First and goal.
I don't think I've ever seen that animation where he just like, you don't know if he's gonna fall in or not. I don't think I've ever seen that one or not.
I think I've had that a couple times in games. Handoff up the middle, no doubt. Just parted the Red Sea. Touchdown.
Today they're the Black Sea though.
That is true. Georgia is 1-1. Who did they lose to? I wonder. Lost to Kentucky. That's interesting.
44 to 22. They lost 44-22.
That's
I saw that and it shocked the hell out of me. Nope, it's on All-American. So yeah, we are good for this game. We do not have Fort Stockton.
Oh. We don't have Fort Stockton versus Alabama all over again.
I hope we don't see that again.
Yeah.
On other news around the league, a big turnaround win this week with Charleston State there.
Who did Charleston State play?
He beat Vanderbilt 10-7.
Oh, that was last week, wasn't it? Was that in week 3 or was that in this week?
That was this week.
Wide open man across the middle.
Mind, that would have been week 3, I think. Hold on, let me check.
I think it was week 3.
One more late night cap game, so it could have either been one of the two.
I think it was a week 3 game, but it was like our final week 3 game.
We were waiting on him to advance. That is correct. Okay, I was mistaken on that.
You're good.
Also, what should have been the game of the week was played at midnight. North Augusta versus Gonzales State. That was a fun game to watch. Also, are one of the favorite for the West Side, maybe not after this week, but Kentucky State almost lost to USF there. I don't know.
Yeah, that game was streamed at like at like 1 or 2 a.m. last night, and I tuned into it. I watched
I
the
did too.
majority of that
You won
game,
off the Was it
and
was it get a stop on fourth down? I can't remember.
I think he got a stop on fourth down to
They
win
were
the
in the red.
game.
I was like, because they were in the red zone, weren't they?
Yeah, they were, and so definitely some questions about Kentucky State, but who knows if that was just a bad game or if he just maybe isn't as good as we're all thinking. But
Now, with Atlanta here, they're actually Georgia's is driving on them right now, and I don't think Atlanta really has any answers to their run game. They're kind of running it at will at
yeah,
the moment.
Atlanta, they've been pretty what's the word? They've been pretty strong in their defense, especially against Miami. And right now, Georgia's having a field day on them right now.
I just don't think they've had a true test to like a strong, high-powered offense outside of Cam Ward. Miami really doesn't have too much in the game, at least. Life, yes, but in the game, not really. So we'll see how he does against this very high-powered Georgia offense.
A short flat there to Oscar Delp gets him a couple yards and bring up 3rd and 2.
On the 23-yard line.
And he will fake the handoff, and Beck will run. He won't get the first down.
If that's going to hold them to a field goal, that's a very big stop there on 3rd down.
Quincy Hayes with the stop.
Also,
the kick is up, and it is good.
Another big user v user game that I would highly recommend people tune into tonight will be Virginia State at Marietta. I feel like that's actually going to be a really close and good game.
Yes. I think that will be as well.
I think Virginia State can finally get their first win on the season. If they can figure out how their offense should be ran, they could easily be one of the top teams in the league with how good their defense is.
Virginia State, I mean, they've struggled. I think they've just kind of gotten a little bit unlucky this season. But
their defense, I've watched them. Their defense is good, and this is going to be a little pop pass to the running back, and
be about 7 yards. They bring up 2nd and 3. What did we think about our about Magnolia State versus Clearwater? Shout out to my Mustangs.
Again, I was busy, so I kind of joined in at the very end of it and heard the terrible audio.
Yeah.
And saw this. I was shocked. I was like, after watching Clearwater's defense play like money against Daytona, I thought surely y'all would be in for a defensive battle, but I must have been mistaken.
I think, and that is intercepted. And that
Georgia's going to take the ball over. And
Jonel Aguero, touchdown.
That might be a key swing in the game right there. That can take away all momentum on the road.
And Georgia retakes the lead, and it's coming in, and he almost blocked it.
He missed the cue. He had it, and
missed
he missed
the cue. It'll be 10-7 now.
But yeah, stay tuned for BAC After Dark for our final night game to come on tonight. They are playing, right, tonight?
I never got in touch with them, so I'm not actually 100% sure if
they were going to play tonight.
Okay.
They said they were going
to. Okay. Then, yeah, they probably will. I just need to figure out a time.
The game has been postponed and pushed back to tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay. And I believe...
Not agreeance on the sides, by the way, but this is just from Marietta coach.
And I believe our only... And that's another interception. Dalen Everett. They take it back to the 29-yard line, and Georgia will take possession back in Atlanta territory with 1:12 left in the first half.
Atlanta has a chance to go, or Georgia has a chance to go up by 2 scores here going into halftime.
Good coverage, and he's just going to throw it away. And I believe after this game,
right there, it looked like everybody just kind of looked. I mean, yeah, they went to the outside, but they all hooked down and like sat into a curl route.
Drop back to pass, good coverage, man open, caught at the
And that's
10-yard line. After this game, we will have Daytona Beach taking on FCS Southeast, and then BAC After Dark between Marietta and Virginia State. As that's a dime to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Dylan Bell with the catch.
You did hear me. Virginia State and Marietta is postponed until tomorrow, correct?
I was just saying for the rest of the week, those were our games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Eastern Oklahoma, the newcomer, taking over a team that had lost its user, coming in with a strong game against Smoky Mountain State.
Yeah,
We haven't
that was the first time we really got to see Eastern Oklahoma play this season.
Really,
I believe his week 0 game got simmed due to no user, and then I think he had a bye either week 1 or week 2, and then his other game, I think he lost, but I think it was a flu game.
He played FCS.
But FCS in his first game.
Because 2 games for him got simmed because we didn't have a user for him.
Yeah.
We're not.
So he was 1-1 coming in that game. That was the first time we saw him play. And
he looked pretty good.
He did look very good from what I saw.
He might be a contender in the West because you got to think that was his first actual conference game there.
Yeah.
And
throw across the middle, and it's caught through contact.
He's hurt here. He's hurting real bad. He's in orange already.
Not looking good for Atlanta right now.
The Warhawks Hawks is hurt right now. Huh,
and he's going to be hit while he's throwing, and it's just thrown to the ground.
That's definitely going to affect his wear and tear right there.
Got to avoid taking those hits.
Oh, are we about to see a trick play?
It's possible. I don't know what he's trying to run.
We're going to see a trick play.
We are.
And there's going to be
holding. Throws it up. No one there. It looks like that'll be an ineligible receiver downfield.
There we go. Legal man downfield.
Yep, an eligible receiver downfield.
That's a 10-second runoff as well, I believe.
In this game, I don't believe it is.
I don't think there's 10-second runoff plays in this game.
No, I don't think there is. Unless he was at 40 seconds. And it went down to 30.
And he's going to throw it to the tight end.
Flat, he drops it. Looked like he might have had triangle if he placed it right.
Yeah, I would have went with triangle. He was deeper downfield and single man coverage as well. And you're throwing it to a receiver. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think Atlanta's going to be able to pull out the upset this time around.
There's a flag. It's caught for a first down, but it looks like it's coming back.
Same player.
Same player. That's just tough for Atlanta. Looks like we see some adjustments there. So 3rd and 25. He's going to drop back to pass. Pressure coming in heavy. Going to throw it up, and it's incomplete. Thrown away and out of bounds.
If you look to the left side for a touchdown. I understand. He was getting blitzed heavy there. And Georgia might be able to get another touchdown. If they somehow get a miracle out of this play. We'll see if they actually run them. They might just run the ball.
You could get a quick play and maybe get a field goal here, but it would be a long one. And that's not going anywhere. Beck is sacked, and that'll take us to halftime. So a sloppy first half for Atlanta. Some interceptions that really flipped the tone of this game. Atlanta was controlling this game. And then through the interceptions, and now Georgia's in the driver's seat. Let's see if Atlanta can bounce back here in the second half.
I really think he needs to go back to what was working. Instead of trying to air it out, you're not going to be able to do that against a team as good as Georgia with the rosters that we have.
Yeah, exactly.
He needs to go back to the short plays and taking what he can get. And I think he'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Be taken at the 1-yard line by Arian Smith, and he is
I get blown up.
Blown up at the 19-yard line.
I guess that's payback for Arian Smith blowing up all of my hopes and dreams this year.
Yes, sir. As a Georgia fan, I totally agree. Hand off to Trevor Etienne, and he will get nothing. And looks like Atlanta's star player is hurt. Oh, no.
The strangest game in the league, by the way. I might point that one out there.
Our week 3 player of the week on defense, I believe. Either week 3 or week 2.
I think
That's
it was
caught down the field by Dylan Bell, and he's gone. No one's
that's
going to catch him. That's a touchdown for Georgia.
Week 2 was OG Fortnite OG. Week 3 was someone off of Clearwater.
Gotcha.
That's so weird to say, considering Clearwater has had 2 games where he's gotten blown out.
But he had a really good game against Daytona Beach.
Yeah, I think he really turned. I think it's just he's having to catch up the speed. We've all had multiple games ahead of him before he got thrown into the league. So I still think he has a little bit of catching up to do, and he'll be fine. Because I think the inside is going to be plenty up for grabs. I mean, dropping 2 games in conference, yeah, that's bad. But I think he still has a chance to turn it around and can, if he goes undefeated, can win his side of the conference. But we will see.
Managed to slip by the run commit and got 7 yards. A great play.
I think the conference is anyone's game, though.
Yep.
I think there's multiple teams that can really turn. Like, there's multiple teams that are turning their season around that could easily wind up winning out and taking the conference this year.
I 100% agree.
Because I actually, for my odds, I predict it's either going to be or Kentucky State from the West or Washington, D.C. I really think Washington, D.C. might win the East.
Really? Over Atlanta?
Really. I think their defense is definitely good enough to stop.
I didn't watch their game against Virginia from last week, and I don't believe I've watched any of their other games. But
Virginia got very lucky when they scored. Let's put that out there.
All right. Read option. Ball's on the ground, and Georgia's got it.
And that's going to put the nail in the coffin.
That's the nail in the coffin. We're only in the 3rd quarter, but there's no coming back from this.
Stop here. He might be able to get back control and try to.
But he would need a touchdown at that point.
This game's pretty much over.
24 unanswered points from Georgia right now after a pretty quick touchdown to start the game for Atlanta. And there goes ETN, blocks outside.
And he's going to bounce it to the outside.
And he's going to be tackled at the 15-yard line. Ran out of bounds. No answer.
It's sad to see the promised child of the BAC get taken down like this.
Well, you think about it. I mean, Atlanta's season is not over at this point. Just because
I'm not saying it's over. It's just sad to see them to get stonewalled like this after all these high-powered offensive performances they've had.
It is a little unfortunate. That's a pass to Roderick Robinson, and then he will be in the end zone. Another touchdown for Georgia.
This is just pure domination on both sides of the ball by Georgia right now.
Georgia's controlling this game.
I think the best bet for Atlanta is just to see what you can possibly get out. What can your offense, what is their maximum capability out of this game? Because now I think this game's out of reach. Just try and see what you put together and see what's going to be what you want to go with for next week.
And, I mean, after this game, Atlanta, they're finally going to hit conference play. They've already played Clearwater, but they will officially be in the conference play. All the rest of their games rest of the season.
I believe.
I just mean after this game. Their next game will be in conference play.
Their next game will be in week 6 against Daytona Beach at Atlanta.
Daytona Beach. I say Atlanta wins that game. After seeing Daytona's performance against Clearwater, and then seeing Clearwater's performance against Magnolia State, I say it's probably a clear win for Atlanta.
I'm going with Atlanta minus 17.5.
Yep, that's fair. As we see Atlanta get stopped there. That'll bring us to the end of the 4th quarter.
And that player's jersey was changing.
Yep, I noticed that.
He might have a little bit of the cocaine toad energy inside of him.
Cocaine toad got put to bed today. Again, shout out to my Mustangs.
Let's see. I'm going to hit...
Got a man burnt on the left.
One side, but, he couldn't get there.
Couldn't get the pass off. And that'll be a 4th down stop. Turn the ball over, and Georgia gets the ball at the 23-yard line. Fakes the handoff, flips it out to Delt, and Delt will break a tackle break a second tackle and be pushed out of
15.
bounds.
2nd and 2 for Georgia.
Bring up
With
second.
5 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in this absolute clobber fest.
Yep, not what we thought we'd see. We thought maybe Atlanta put up a little bit more of a fight than this. But this is just not what we expected at all.
And they're just going to...
Oh,
he's not going to catch it.
Incomplete.
Now, there is still enough time for certain circumstances, and Fortnite OG has checked back into the game, by the way, for Atlanta to might come back, depending on what they do here, and that's game.
And that's a first down. He's going to break a tackle, cut back in for whatever reason. He'll be tackled at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for Georgia.
I think Atlanta needs to start looking into a little bit more of a...
And that's outside. Touchdown, Ben Urosic. And Georgia will take a 37-7 lead, 38 with the PAT awaiting.
I think something Atlanta can definitely look into is switching some of these defensive coverages to try to stop things out to the outside that Georgia's been just killing them with all game.
Yep.
And this is going to be returned. Yes, he's going to take
a lateral.
He
doesn't get anything.
I don't think I've ever seen someone attempt that in this yet. So
yep.
Definitely something interesting.
Well, so far, week 4 and week 3 have been pretty good to the conference. A lot of conference teams winning.
And he's going to get 1 yard off the run. Who are you looking forward to watching play next week?
I don't know the schedule for next week, actually. I looked at it earlier, but I don't exactly remember it.
I think the best game on next week is actually going to be North Augusta versus Charleston State. Again, Charleston State has a chance season around from playing absolutely horrible to beating Vanderbilt. I think they can actually turn it around and play really good against North Augusta.
Yeah, and I mean, you see, North Augusta, they got a very good win last week, and so did Charleston State. Or North Augusta, they played Gonzales State this week, actually, didn't they?
Yes, and they won within the last.
They won. That was a great game from North Augusta. They played.
That should have been the game of the week, but we didn't have the foresight to see that it's going to be such a great matchup, and he's going to pop it to the running back, and they're going to get a first down, 4th down.
That's a first down.
But no, North Augusta also has the statistically most high-powered offense in the conference, so it's going to be fun to see if Charleston State can answer the bell here.
They have been scoring the most points outside of the murder that was UATX versus North Georgia.
And I apologize for any children watching the game.
A couple blowouts this week from conference play.
He said he wanted to go down swinging, so he went down swinging.
He went down swinging.
He's gonna throw another pick.
It looked like it was going to be intercepted again. 4th and inches. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you just go for it.
Atlanta had only thrown 1 pick, and that was because he decided to throw a Hail Mary at the end of the game for no reason, and he's thrown.
He's thrown 2 interceptions in this game, and almost threw his 3rd there.
And that's going to be a first down up to the 42.
First down. Not sure how much it'll mean to the end of the game, but very, very interesting.
I'm Atlanta. I'm trying to score on this drive. I'm trying to make an example that, hey, we can score on people this good and that we can win our conference. I think you take this final drive, and you really try to do something with it.
I think the thing last week with you see like a game against and the trick play here with the running back and the flag on the field.
Man downfield.
And that's illegal man downfield.
Somehow in stride with the receiver. I don't know if you saw that, but that motherfucker was outrunning the receiver, actually.
Jalen Fatt with the penalty. That would bring up 2nd and 15.
Sure moving.
Toss. He got a lot of room to run.
And he's going to get hawked.
And tackled inside the 30.
I would call a timeout here and save some of this time. Again, I would be trying to score. He's not going
it looks like North Atlanta's just gonna run the clock out here.
I'll play, and he's gonna.
And nowhere to go. So our final score: 38. Georgia, Atlanta 7. Atlanta scored early on that first drive and couldn't get anything going after that. Should we try to get Coach Camo into the call?
Yes, we should.
See if he will. See if he will come in here.
Is there a button on here that I can specifically go in and invite people to the call, or do I just need to at him?
All right. I added him to see if he would see if he could join.
You can stop sharing the screen, by the way, now.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Thank you, Wiseman, for being our one attendance and one fan tonight.
Yep. We appreciate it.
I know it's not as fun and as unhinged as BAC After Dark, but
BAC After Dark is some of the most unhinged stuff I've ever seen in my life.
it is absolutely beautiful in every way.
You can either get a really close game or you can get a 70 bomb. It's gonna be one of the two. And if we don't get camo here in a minute or two, we might just have to call it a night.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna want to join the call after a loss like that.
Yeah, I get
It does
it.
say online though, so we shall see.
Yeah,
He is no longer online.
he is no longer online. All right, so we'll just call it a night there. But thank you all for staying with us throughout this blowout of a game, and hopefully we will see you guys next week in hopefully a better game than what we saw this week. So, signing off from the game of the week here on the Bluegrass Athletic Conference. We'll see you all next time.